Oh, good evening. I didn't see you there. My name is Mr. Wisniewski, or Mr. W, or sometimes the students will call me Teacher Paul. I don't quite feel like a Mr. just yet, even though I've been teaching now for 18 years. I've taught 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. And one thing I think that is beneficial having taught all the grades is I know what skills and what steps are needed to move on to the next grade level. And I think that's very important. One thing I'm trying to create in my classroom is a positive, safe, and comforting environment. I always felt as a student that I performed best when I was comfortable and not afraid to make mistakes. And when I was fearful, I didn't always put forth my best effort or to the best of my abilities. As far as the grading policy goes, homework and classwork are both going to be 10%. Okay. And major assignments, or major assessments, I should say, are worth 45% of the grade. And those will be major tests, projects, and writing assignments. And we will at least have 3, if not more, this year. We also, minor assessments are worth 35% of the grade. And those are going to be smaller writing assignments, smaller projects, discussions like Socratic seminars, and so on. And again, we're supposed to have 3 of those, but we'll definitely have more than that. Okay, in terms of the textbook, there's no textbook for our class. Okay, so the literature book that we use short stories from will be all online and it will be PDF files that are loaded in the classroom. Our vocabulary book that we're using as well will be PDF files that will be loaded in the classroom. Okay, and then in terms of any novels that we're reading, they will be PDFs that will be loaded in the classroom. So everything right now is going to be digital and our students will have access to it. If there's an issue with a book, we can try to work something out. Okay. In terms of some of the things that we'll be doing this year in class, besides writing, where we'll be writing narratives, argumentative, persuasive essays, and RSTs. We'll be doing some creative writing, and we'll be also doing free writes throughout the marking periods. And a free write is just a chance for students to write in whatever format and whatever style about whatever topic they want to. The thing with writing that's very important is you don't get better at writing by not writing. The more you write, the better you get at it. And that kind of ties hand in hand with reading. With reading this year, we're going to be reading novels, we're going to be reading some short stories, and obviously some nonfiction and fictional smaller pieces. Okay, and reading and writing go hand in hand. You don't become a better writer by not reading, and you don't become a better reader without writing. So it's going to be very important to draw from those reading sources. And in terms of reading, all reading is good, whether you're reading news articles, whether you're reading reviews. So I try to encourage kids to read whatever it is that interests them. Of course, this year we will be assigning reading with the novels. And the other thing too is there will be independent reading, be introducing that soon, and students will be required on their own time to do some reading of something that they're interested in. Okay. Again, reading and writing, you don't get better at either without practicing and doing both. Now with vocabulary, we're going to be, using the Sadler-Oxford series, and I'll be providing the students with the words we're going to be going over. We'll spend time using them in our own sentences, and the goal really is for students to be able to develop their own definitions for these words using the context clues that are there. That's an important skill that's not only going to be beneficial in middle school, but also high school and for the SATs. In addition, English class is also about speaking and listening. So there's going to be a lot of times for that in the classroom as well. We'll be doing debates, Socratic seminars, small group pairings for discussion, and so on, because I know I want to give kids the opportunity to be successful in any kind of speaking and listening environment. And I know some students excel at that and others are a little nervous. So we try to build them up so that they can accomplish that and be successful. Now, in terms of how to contact me, the best way is obviously email, and especially in this digital day and age. So it's going to be paul.wisniewski.k12@edison.com. And that's really it. So I'm glad to have met you. I know this isn't this isn't the usual way for back to school night, but again, I'm looking forward to getting to know your children and helping them be successful. Thank you, and good night.